Zelda the Crystal Trap. I already put up my intro for this video by this point. So yes, I'm here with my cousin Ninja. She's here with me in real life. We are we're reading this Zelda book together. Happy Zelda Month. This go up in November, and it should. I should be able to get this up a lot faster than I've gotten Double Trouble up. So yeah, let us begin. Well, first we gotta read the back so we can get the premise. The evil wizard Ganon casts a spell that encloses the Triforces in impenetrable crystal cocoons. Because the Triforce of Courage is in Link's heart, he becomes encased in glass.
Oh dear.
Princess Zelda must free Link so together they can defeat Ganon and save Hyrule. As in all Nintendo adventure books, you control the action. Okay, so it basically just tells you how to play the game.
Yes.
So, yes. Now let's go beat up Ganon, hopefully.
Let's
So,
go.
yeah, we won't be able to do all the routes, nor will we likely be getting all the possible endings, but I will be writing checkpoints, so in case Ninja should run into death. Let us begin. Watch out, Link! Yells Princess Zelda as they rush along a narrow ledge far beneath Midoro Palace. Jumping quickly, she grabs Link's hand just as he's about to slip and fall into a bottomless pit. Whoa! Link says, looking down into the darkness. That was a close one, Zelda. Don't bother to thank me, Zelda replies with a huff. Hurry, Ganon is close by. We can get him this time. I know it. The two heroes entered the deserted castle hours ago, hot on the trail of the evil wizard Ganon. Now they're deep underground in the maze of caves and tunnels below the ancient palace. Groping their way in the gloom, they scramble along the ledge, hugging the slimy brick wall, while cave lizards and bats squeak and flutter just out of sight. Finally, they come to an opening in the wall. Where are we now? Link whispers. Shh! Zelda hisses, brushing red hair out of her eyes. Oh yeah, that's right, she had red hair in the first two games. The gems of the thin circle of gold around her forehead shine dully in the gloom. Can't you be quiet for once? Aw, come on, Link complains. Ganon's miles from here by now. He's running scared. Maybe you're right, Zelda says slowly. But we saw him come in here after he tried to steal the Triforce of Wisdom. I tell you, he's gone, Link answers. The young warrior shifts his shield off his thin shoulders for a moment. Although younger than Princess Zelda, he's had more experience fighting the wicked Ganon. Stop worrying, he insists. Light a torch so we can find a way out of here. Suddenly, wild and evil laughter fills the stone chamber. Sorry, I don't know which Ganon voice to use, the Zelda Animated Series one or the CDI ones. We'll find out. Light? Light, you say? Ha! I'll give you light! Link and Zelda are blinded by a glaring pink flash. Standing not 20 feet away is their archenemy Ganon. The tall hooded figure looms over a dozen of his soldiers. The squat, ugly, dog-like moblin. They growl and bare their long fangs. With a horrible crash, a stone wall falls over the opening that led into the chamber. A trap! Shouts Zelda, who already has an arrow notched in her bowstring. Out of the corner of her eye, she sees Link standing with his sword at the ready. Yes! A trap! I'm sorry. Just their response is just so funny to me. It's like, oh my gosh, a trap! Yes! It is a trap! Glad you noticed. Anyway, Ganon's voice comes from under the shadow of the suit cloak. All that can be seen of his face are two glowing white eyes. Zelda can feel the icicle cold chill of his breath from where she stands. Surrender or die! Ganon thunders. His voice crashes off the stone walls. Never! Zelda cries back. Ganon laughs again, harsh and cruel. In spite of herself, Zelda feels a whisper of fear. She eyes the moblin and their cruel-looking crossbows. She knows each dart is tipped with the most horrible poisons. We're in trouble, she thinks as she sights down her arrow at the dark shadow where Ganon's face should be. Ganon's evil magic can't stop these ordinary arrows, but there must be a weapon that Ganon can't defeat. I wonder what it is. Well, the Master Sword didn't exist yet, so that can't be it. Study the 9 pictures in this ancient scroll. Then use these clues to decide which weapon is the one that can defeat Ganon. So this is one of those puzzles.
Ooh, the puzzles.
Yeah, okay, so the weapon that will defeat Ganon doesn't have a star on it. Any weapon that begins with the letter S might defeat Ganon. Ganon cannot be defeated by a weapon that throws stones, so probably a sling or a slingshot. Once you've solved the riddle of the scroll, write the answer on the scoring page. Then the heroes will need it later. Okay, this is a surprise tool that will help us for later. Okay, so...
Right, so
It can't have a star on it.
So it's not the staff.
The one that starts with an S could do it.
Well,
It just might.
It's not the staff or the sword because both of them have stars on them. Didn't it say nothing made out of stone?
Yeah, like you could nothing that throws stones.
Oh,
so
okay.
The
So the slingshot wouldn't be able to do it. What were the other things?
Any weapon that begins with the letter S might defeat Ganon.
Right. So scroll back.
Okay.
So the spear might.
All right. Is that what you want to pick?
No. Wait. Okay. So it's not the sword or the it's not the sword or the staff. It's not the slingshot. Could we go with the spear?
All right. I will write down that we have a spear. Okay, we're turning straight to page 64. Zelda bends her bow. We may be trapped, Ganon, but so are you, she says. Just as she is about to let her arrow fly, Ganon waves his deadly claws in the air. A bolt of light leaps from his fingers and shoots toward Zelda. Her arrow vanishes in a spurt of flames. Link! Zelda shouts. The young warrior leaps forward, but before he can cross the distance to his enemy, Ganon's claws move again, and he waves a scroll through the air. Zelda watches in horror as Link seems to be swallowed by a thick, murky pool of water. He fights bravely to reach Ganon, but his legs are slowed by the strange spell. In a moment, his feet are stuck, held fast by the jelly-like ooze. With one final effort, he turns his head. Oh, Zelda, he begins to say. His voice sounds like it's coming from the bottom of a deep well. Then the ooze around him hardens into a huge, shiny crystal. Link! Zelda runs to the crystal and pounds on the side with her fist. But it's hard as steel. Link is trapped inside. His eyes open in a look of horror. Zelda turns to Ganon. What have you done? She cries. Ganon's twisted smile glows in the darkness under his hood. I already have the Triforce of Power, but I need all 3 parts of the Triforce to complete my hold on Hyrule. Since I cannot get the Triforce of Courage and Wisdom from you, then you shall not be able to use them either, he says. With this magic scroll, I have cast a spell to encase them in unbreakable crystal. Of course, since the Triforce of Courage is in Link's heart, I'm afraid the poor boy will have to be shut up in the crystal also. Sorry about that, just mild inconvenience.
Dang.
Okay, Zelda pounds on the crystal again. I'll get you out, Link, she cries. Not likely, says Ganon. There's only one way to break the crystal, and I don't think you'll ever figure it out. Or find the 3 things you need. By this time tomorrow, Link will be trapped in the crystal forever! Ganon steps closer to Zelda. I was going to kill you, he tells her, but it's so much more fun to see you suffer over your friend. I think I'll just leave you here. Well, bye-bye, I have a kingdom to conquer. I'm sorry. I can't take this seriously. With a wave of his claws, Ganon and the moblins vanish in a blaze of orange fire. Oh, Link, Zelda says, I wish you could talk. I could use some advice about what to do next. Should I stay here to protect you or go look for help? Okay, Zelda's puzzle to help you decide what Zelda should do. Get Zelda through Midoro Palace. Pick a path through the maze and write down each letter you pass. When you reach the end, unscramble the letters to find a clue about what to do. Okay, so let me just write down this checkpoint here. 7. Alright. Okay, it looks like the maze was kind of solved. Like, can you see the pencil marks in here? Yeah, the scan.
I so want to make a joke about what you just wrote down, but it's a bit brain rot. I'm not going to do it.
Don't
I'm not doing it.
No brain rot here. Okay.
I mainly have 2 brain cells, but I will make it so that Zelda will get her boyfriend back.
Yes, okay. So, what do you want to do? Do you think Zelda should stay, or do you think she should go look for help?
I don't know. Didn't he say that the maze would help?
Yeah, the maze would help, but, you might need, a little help here.
And it looks like it might take a bit.
Or you could just make the decision right here, like...
I think she should probably run and get help, because staying with Link isn't gonna do anything.
Yeah, because, like, exactly. Okay, so let's go look for help. Turn to page 34. I've got to get help, Zelda says to herself, or Link will be trapped forever. She puts her hand to the smooth side of the crystal. Link, I promise I'll be back. She turns quickly so that Link cannot see the tears welling up in her eyes. Scooping up her bow from the stone floor, she passes her hands over the wall, searching for a way out. At first, they seem solid, but then she finds a small hollow between the rocks. When she pushes on it, a section of the wall opens like a door. As she stoops to leave, she looks at Link. "My old friend," she whispers. Zelda steps into a long hallway with torches flickering along the walls. "I think this is a way out," she says. "Maybe." Screech! A swarm of Tektites drop from the ceiling in front of her, looking like huge spiders on slimy threads. They let out a screeching cry as they scurry towards Zelda. In a flash, her trusty longbow is in her hand. Her bowstring hums as she hits one armored plated beast after another. The Tektites flee, trails of red ooze flowing from their wounds. Zelda reaches one more arrow to send after the retreating horde, but her quiver is empty. "Uh-oh," she says to herself. With her hand on the hilt of her dagger, Zelda walks toward the exit at the end of the hall. Just as she's about to leave, though, she sees something lying in a small alcove. It's a quiver full of arrows. They're marked with strange runes and symbols. Should I take them? She wonders. They might be evil, but I'm sure I could use them. Alright, Zelda gets 50 points for fighting off the Tektites. Okay, if you think Zelda should take the arrows, mark them on your score sheet. Do you think she should take the arrows?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh,
She might get possessed, but at least she'll be saving Link.
it'll be a weapon. Okay, now turn to page 29. At the end of the corridor, Zelda comes to a long flight of stairs. Up, up, up she climbs to a large chamber with a pair of massive doors. That must be the way out, she thinks. Racing for the doors, she slips through. On the other side, Zelda is blinded by a bright white light. Is it Ganon again? And she laughs. It's the sun! The angry sun from Mario 3! No, I'm kidding. She's found her way out of the palace. She runs down the stone steps and onto an old deserted road. I wonder where I am, she says. This isn't the way we came. I wish Link had drawn me a map of the land between Midoro Palace and my home, North Castle. Okay, so this is Zelda 2. After a little ways, the road veers left and runs into a large flat space. Tall stone pillars lie crumbling in a ring all around. It's a crossroads, Zelda said. Those pillars are signposts, but I don't recognize the language they're written in. She walks up to one of the columns and sees a worn picture carved on its side. She can just make out the trees and a deer. This road must lead into the forest, she says to herself. She looks at another pillar. And that's a carving of a swamp. But which swamp? Midoro or Maluj? And over there on the third column is a picture of a desert. Is it the Tantari? I can't tell. None of these roads look like they lead straight back to North Castle. Well, my choices are the forest, the swamp, or the desert. Which should I choose? Solve this puzzle for a clue about something Zelda should seek. Just follow these rules. Cross out every shape with an odd number of sides. Cross out every shape with 3 or more sides than a triangle. Starting in the upper left corner, cross out every remaining third shape with a parallel circle. The remaining letters will spell out a clue. Okay.
Okay, so it said odd number of sides.
So like a pentagon, a triangle.
So we need to cross out the S pentagon, the M pentagon.
Triangles have 3 sides too, so...
So we need to cross out the triangles, the pentagons,
Are the circles fine? Like, okay, because it says...
I think because circles only have one side. So...
Starting in the upper left corner, cross out every remaining third shape with the parallel sides. Okay, it's 3 or more sides than a triangle. So, like, hexagons, I guess, are gone, too.
Okay,
Let's see, I guess circles are fine.
Circles are good. So unscramble the letters. So we've got a T, an R, an F, an E, an A, another E, an E, a W, a V, another W. This is confusing.
I'll write a checkpoint here though, just cause. Where do you wish to go?
He thinks we should head into the forest.
The forest. Alright, we will go into the forest.
Onward.
Something tells me I should stay in the forest, Zelda says. I just wish I could rest a little, but there's no time to lose. She hurries along the right-hand road deeper into the woods. Soon towering trees close in on either side. They look very ancient with gnarled trunks as thick as houses and long strands of gray moss hanging from the branches. As she walks, the road narrows. Thorn bushes sprout thickly along it, catching at Zelda's clothes. The sun disappears behind the canopy of leaves. Finally, the road is nothing more than a faint path. It's dark, Zelda says, and the air is so thick I can't breathe. My head is spinning. Maybe I should lie down and rest. If you think Zelda should rest, turn to page 98, and if you think Zelda should go on, turn to page 72.
If she's feeling queasy and she doesn't rest, she might faint.
That is true, so she should rest.
Yes.
Alright, 98 then.
She might faint, and that wouldn't help anybody.
Oh, you died!
Really?
I've got to rest, Zelda says. With a sigh, she lies down right in the middle of the path. Soon, she's fast asleep. She dreams she's on her palace walls. Suddenly, Ganon appears. "You'll never break the spell on Link," he laughs. With a flick of his claw, he knocks her off the battlement. Just as she's about to plunge to her death, he grabs her foot and holds her upside down in midair. Zelda feels Ganon's claws cutting into her foot. She struggles to get free, but she can't move. She suddenly wakes. "No!" she cries. She can't move. The thick, woody creepers of a vine hugger are twined around her arms and legs. "I'm stuck!" she cries. "I shouldn't have stopped! No, I'll never rescue Link!" Yeah, she ran into a devil's snare. So,
oh, gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
I just killed Zelda, okay?
It's okay. We'll go back to the checkpoint and we'll take the other path.
Okay.
I just need to...
We'll do the other thing.
I'll
That's
just
great.
make sure to label that we already took the wrong path here. So let's see, it was page 42.
So she should go on.
Yes. So,
Oh dear.
Yeah. "No, I don't like the feel of this place," Zelda says. "I'd better go on." It takes all of her willpower to push through the thorny bushes. It's almost as if an unseen force is trying to stop her. "Phew! I'm glad I'm out of that," she says as she steps into a clearing. Ooh! A low moan fills the air. For a moment, Zelda thinks it's just the wind whispering through the treetops. Who is there?" Zelda searches for the source of the voice, but can't find it. "It is I, Princess Zelda of Hyrule," she says boldly. "Who are you?" "I?" A long moment goes by. Then the voice answers with a loud rush. "I am trees!" it roars. "I am woods! I am Greenbeard!" Okay, Lord of the Rings did exist at this time. It was in book form, though, so...
No, but that seems like a reference, though.
Yeah, it very much is. The voice shifts about like the wind.
It's giving Gandalf.
No, it's Treebeard.
Treebeard.
Yeah, the
Oh!
Ents. Oh! I was just saying, like, Lord of the Rings did exist at the time because the books were written in like the 1960s.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's very clearly...
That took me a minute.
Yeah, it's all good.
I should have known that.
It's alright, okay. "Let me pass," Zelda demands. "I mean no harm." "No harm," the angry reply sounds like a thunderclap. "People always harm woods." "I swear by my royal crown that none of the people of Hyrule shall ever harm these woods," Zelda declares. "A moblin with axes?" the voice asks. "No moblin shall harm these woods while I live to stop them," she replies. "Pass," calls the voice of Greenbeard with a sigh like a gentle breeze. Zelda bows deeply and moves through the clearing. On the other side, she turns and calls back. "Thank you. May your roots run deep." "Go," calls the voice. Then faintly it adds, "Beware! Beware, tree witch!" Zelda turns and walks down the path. Okay, you get 70 points for going through the clearing, so that
Lovely.
brings you to 120. And now we are going to page 107.